Hello everyone, welcome to the new video. And before I get started, I want to mention that some of the fellow NoFap YouTubers out there have done videos in the past where they talk about how they were in college or things they wish they knew in their 20s. So it was my time to make one as well. I guess you can say this is an homage to those videos. Look at this handsome man right here. Obviously, a lot has changed, but not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well. After high school, he went to a community college. Undecided what he wanted to major in, he dipped into film, then switched to business administration, real estate, and eventually geography. His grades were less than average, so he wasn't really the greatest student. Also, he enjoyed soccer, but his cut from his high school team traumatized him so much that he didn't even attempt to play in college. He did work out at his college gym though, from time to time, so he wasn't really the greatest student. But the one thing he lacked the most, let me put it to you this way. He was living a Disney fairy tale by putting women on the pedestal, being the nice guy. Girls thought he was cute, but quickly lose interest. He was what in modern times they call a simp. So one rejection after another, he finally got himself a girlfriend. However, it only lasted a few weeks. And as a late bloomer, he noticed that he had a first world problem. He was confused, devastated, and worst of all, unaware of the cause. He could have gone and see a therapist or a psychiatrist, but at the time he thought it was all BS. Now, what would he think such a thing? Well, we'll leave that for another video. He could have also seek medication, but he was too embarrassed to even talk to a doctor about it. So he swept it under the rug and just focused on this education until 2011, where he transferred to university, majoring in geography. New campus, new people. He decided to give girls another try. And one day, for some strange miracle, his first world problem was gone. It was an amazing year for him. He gained some confidence and even took this cheesy ass selfie. He was successful a couple of more times until his first world problem came back. Once again, he was confused, devastated, and still unaware of the cause. He did manage to graduate with a BA in geography. The year was 2014. Ironically, in the same year where he made the biggest accomplishment of his life, he made the biggest mistake of his life. When one random night, upon watching YouTube, he came across the famous TED Talk, The Great Porn Experiment. Maybe the word porn got his attention, but upon watching the video, he had a rude awakening. He figured out the cause of his first world problem. It all made sense. Internet pornography was the main reason for his failures with women, his social anxiety, and his lack of masculine energy. But he was such a huge fan of porn that he pretty much ignored it. A regret that he still lives on to this very day. It took him 4 more years to realize that it was an addiction and that he needed to leave it behind in order to be successful in life. Now, why am I sharing my life story? Well, 5 years have passed, and being on NoFap has been the greatest decision that I've made in my life. And since I've started, there have been many sources explaining the damages of internet pornography. Or let's call it for what it actually is, virtual cocaine. For example, studies show that in recent years, 1 out of 3 males ages 18 to 30 are virgins or sexually inactive, and not for the right reasons. And I ask myself, why in a society, in an era of dating apps and hookup culture, there are more sexless men than the previous generation, while simultaneously an decrease of testosterone levels among young men and an increase of performance problems at a much younger age? Well, internet pornography, or should I say virtual cocaine, plays a big part. And also with the rise of OnlyFans, especially during the pandemic, has put this man, has made men more socially awkward and put them in such a comfort that they lose the motivation to go out and even approach a girl. Programming their brains to say, why make the effort when if I'm gonna get rejected, if most likely gonna get rejected, where I can just get what I want in an instant. I hate to say it, but it's pretty pathetic. And look, I'm not here dissing men who choose to remain virgins. I think celibacy can be a good thing. I'm talking about the ones who have got nothing going on for themselves, unmotivated, fapping to porn, paying for OnlyFans, playing video games all day, some living in their mother's basement, and wonder why they can't get laid. Seeing and reading about these cases, it just breaks my heart. Seeing more and more men going through the same path as I went. And fortunately, some men have realized this phenomena and have waken up, have finally getting out of the matrix and taking the red pill. And I know the red pill has been getting a bad rep as of lately for being a misogynist group and supporting right-wing ideologies. But taking the red pill is essentially awareness and self-improvement. And I'm not saying that masturbation is a bad thing either. All I'm saying is the porn is the real enemy. And even people outside the NoFap community, like guys in the manosphere, dating coaches, fitness gurus, and modern-day psychologists like Jordan Peterson, have all suggested their followers to stop watching porn as a means to improve their lives with women and in life in general. And even though NoFap improved my life with women, one of the biggest misunderstandings is that you automatically become a chick magnet. That all of a sudden you turn into a Dan Blazarian or some big player. But the longer you're in this journey, you realize that it's not about that. It's simply about getting out of your comfort zone and becoming the best version of yourself. So if you feel you're not having luck with women, or better yet, you're not happy with yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, I would advise you to take the 30-day of the NoFap challenge and see if it doesn't change an aspect of your life. Replacing bad habits with good ones, of course. Because I can assure you that virtual cocaine is one of the entities that is holding you back. Even if you're as handsome as this man right here. I'll leave it at that. Please just give the video a like, leave your comments, subscribe to my channel, check the links on the description below, and like always, stay positive and live your life. Peace.